Forex is stupid.
Man, look, thank you for coming back to another episode of Forex is Stupid. I am your host, Sharp Blue, and I'm always a student of the market. So we have to continue to master the mind, to master the market together. And the purpose for Forex is to let you know that at some point of time in your journey, you're going to say, Forex is stupid. And I agree, right? Because we all have ups and downs. But in this episode specifically, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about how my journey started. And we're going to talk about IAM Academy. All right. So this is where I started at IAM Academy. And I'm not only going to tell you how I started, I'm going to tell you who introduced it to me, as well as some pros and cons, if I find any about it, what is my experience about it. And I'm only speaking from experiences. And hopefully my goal is to help someone that has been introduced to the market from different platforms to pick the correct one. All right, so let's talk about it, man. I know a lot of people have so many questions when it comes to IAM. It's such a diversity. Forex, foreign exchange, FX, has this very tainted as stank on it. It's like churches these days. It's very stank, but the benefit of it, it can help families once you get past all the noise and all the stank, right? So who introduced this to me? A family member. And why was I so interested was literally, honestly, I was in a point in my life where I was getting out of service and I was battling mental issues a lot. And I really wanted to get into investing. I've always been a person who wanted to know more about investing, period. And from being from Mississippi, you don't really get those resources. So I asked Guy when I was dabbling a little bit in stocks to show me how to read the charts. Because in stocks, they don't really show you how to read the charts. They give you different strategies like a pump and dump or a cup and handle, but they give you certain strategies and certain things to look for. And you really just studying the company of the stock, like the stock itself, whichever company it is. But in foreign exchange, the chart is critical. And once you learn the chart itself, you can use it in variety of markets such as futures, indices or indicas, however you call it, indices, indices.
We're going to get him out of there.
Futures, commodities, foreign exchange, stocks. It doesn't change. You can read the chart and it goes the same. Only thing different, you have to go with whatever that market itself. So stocks are different than foreign exchange, but the foundation doesn't change. You have support and resistance levels. You have trend lines. You have previous high, previous lows, and these things are all critical. You have technical analysis. You have news. You have chart analysis. All of this is important. So I was introduced to this by a friend because I was already, by a family member and I was already intrigued by stocks. Now I'm gonna go more deep into, things that happened to me, experiences inside of it, but I wanted to focus more on this episode is how it was introduced to me, what I thought about the platform. Is it a scam? Is it not a scam? Is it legit? That's what I want to talk about because I know so many people, such like myself, was introduced to a foreign exchange through IAM Academy, iMarkets Live, whatever you want to call it, all right? Same people. So make sure that I stay on topic. What are some things about IAM that I didn't like, all right? Let's talk about that. What are some pros? Let's talk about that. Well, the only pro that I found in IAM is when I really understood what I was in, okay? And I'm gonna talk more about that. Understanding where you are. I didn't understand where I was at. IAM Academy, iMarkets Live. It's not a trading platform. It's not a broker. It's not a platform where you just go to learn how to strictly trade. Like if you go buy a trading course and you have an educator that's teaching you this, that's not that. They're not going to focus centrally on you for you to learn. iMarkets Live, IAM Academy is a multi-leveling company. Multi-leveling company. Which means they have multiple things, multiple products that needs to be sold inside that company. So they teach people enough for them to sell the product, not enough to make residuals on the product. So you get your money through recruitment and all that. So I'm going to actually get into in depth when I actually go into some of my whys. But the only pro that I can say that IAM Academy brought to me, iMarkets Live, was the introduction of foreign exchange. I knew foreign exchange was real I just knew nothing about how to get into it, what to do, or none of that. So thank you, iMarkets Live, because Forex is real. But anyway, moving on. Let's talk about some downsides and why it's not necessarily a scam, because a scam is being skillfully confused about how the money's being made. Once you know how the money's being made, do you understand they're not a scam? Okay? Because they're multi-leveling companies. Again, they are there to sell you a product. So in order for a good salesman to sell you a product, they have to believe so much so to get you to believe. All right? So really that's how it is. So the downfall that I have, and I'm going to name out like 2 downfalls, actually 3 downfalls, and then I'm going to tell you a bonus, okay? So high costs and fees. This is very critical with people when they want to learn how to trade and they've been introduced to this by iMarkets Live or IAM Academy, because it can be expensive, and I can tell you that. It can be expensive with the monthly subscription fees, with adding on to the package with certain features. This can be very, very overwhelming for a beginner. Very overwhelmed because so much has been thrown at you. All right, and the cost can add up very, very quickly. So potentially outweighing the benefits of I can learn this skill and then I'm not financially stable. That's where you at. That's really where you at. And I am a victim to this, because when I was in iMarkets Live, IAM Academy, I could not afford to stay on the team, but I knew I had to be in the team because that was pressed on me, and I really, really wanted to know Forex. So I was so caught up on wanting to learn that I believed everything that was put in my face. And so with that, you have educators that's coming off of YouTube for them to teach their strategy, but just in a way to give you the signals. They're get on there every day, and you can get on all day, every day. But if you're a beginner, you don't really know what you like. You don't really know how to look at the market. You don't really know if you're a pro trader. You don't really know if you're a beginner trader. You really, and when I say these things, when I say pro or beginner, you don't know if you're a scalper. You don't know if you're long term. You don't know if you want to trade on higher time frames. You don't know if you want to trade on lower time frames. You don't know the specific pairs that you only rock with, that only works with you. You don't know any of these things. So you're getting a lot of things thrown at you. And my main problem was being able to afford the charts itself. And what I discovered was I couldn't afford it. So what I did was I knew I couldn't afford it. So I worked on getting the subscription, even though they kicked me out of the checks. I didn't get no signals. I couldn't get on a call. And I started researching it on YouTube. And there was a educator by the name of Stephen Lindor that I really grew a lot to. And shout out to Stephen Lindor. I really think he's super dope. I realized there's something missing. He's teaching this off of YouTube, and then he's on iMarkets Live. He's telling me about TraderView, and not necessarily, but he's telling me about TraderView, showing me TraderView, but he also showing me the charts. And one thing I did not like is that the charts wasn't always available. Like, they were always down. So now I can't use it. I'm paying all this money, and I can't really successfully stay consistent on the team because I can't pay for the subscription and the high cost. All right, so the monthly subscription. So that was a key thing for me. And I'm going to talk about this, recap and put more of my emphasis at the end. So my second one is the overemphasis on recruitment. All right, so the critics often highlight the focus of recruiting new members as a significant part of the business model. This multi-leveling marketing aspect might detract or distract from the primary goal of learning to trade effectively. And this is true. Like I said, it's overwhelming when you get in because a lot of things are being thrown to you. But then when you get on, they're telling you, hey, tell a friend, get your friend on this call. Hey, tell your cousin, tell your mama. Get 10 people. Every day you gotta write a list for 10 people. Every day they're gonna call you and ask for your 10 people, maybe 20 people, 50 people. You gotta have that list. And they're gonna teach you how to reach out to them. What are the proper things to say? What are not the proper things to say? And tell who you are. And when you get to the explaining part, because you're new, they're gonna have you, I got my mentor, he's a da-da-da-da, the da-da-da. So if he's a platinum 1000, he's a platinum 1000. If he's the chairman 50, I'm gonna have my chairman to 50 mentor to come talk to you. My chairman is going to talk to you. These things, chairman, platinum, all these things, people like, business, CEO. No. If you go to other platforms that are multi-leveling marketing companies, you have something like gold, silver, platinum, all the same things. These are just different levels you can reach that make you feel great by bringing so many people in. So the more people you bring in, the more people you have, the higher you rank. Okay, the higher you rank. And so I got to get cut toward the end because I don't want to make this too long. So the main goal is to not to focus on you, but to focus on how many people I can get in a day so we can all rank up. That's the main thing. They tell you you can buy this packet and you bring in 2 friends and you're free. It's not free because they don't tell you. Actually, when you bring in 2 people, that doesn't count. You have to bring in like 3 or 4 people before it to actually activate. So, again, we'll get more into depth. I can like literally tell you the ins and the outs of IAM Academy, but I'm gonna do another video. But I just want to capitalize on the things that I saw briefly for me and what did not work for me, so that other traders that are trying to trade, that want to learn how to trade but don't really know where to go, don't run into these companies. These are multi-market levity companies, which means they are marketers, they're salesmen, and that's all they're going to teach you to do. But they're just going to pique you with the little things they know that you're interested in, which is foreign exchange. All right. Or traveling or whatever it is. All right. So the last one I got, which is trading results, questionable trading results. As you can see, some users report that the trading strategies taught do not always yield the promised results. This can lead to frustration and financial losses, especially for those expecting quick and substantial profits. And it's their fault because they tell you you can make $25 a day. You can make $25. You can make what your initial fee is. You can make it back. I'm here to tell you, no, you can't. You can make money like I did without knowing what the hell is going on. And it was stupid. I did the most riskful thing. I took all my money out of my bank account. And I was already going through a financial crisis myself. Being, boarded out of the military, less than 25%, which is the minimum. I had 20, so I'm barely making anything. And I go and pull out everything out my account. And I get on this call with this lady who's trading US 30, and I just placed the things that she placed. And mind you, I got great results off that call, which amped my confidence even more. But then I got on my trading call, my group call with my leaders and my educators, my platinum leaders and my chairman leaders. And guess what? I was losing calls. And I see them throwing blues in the chat, and I'm putting in the same numbers at the same time that they doing, and I'm getting straight loss. So I was very questionable about the results. So I took myself to another level and I borrowed $50. I did not pay for the subscription because, mind you, I told you I had a very hard time to pay for the subscription. And I went off of TraderView to build this account from $50. And I took that account through the proximity of like 4 months, and grew $50 to $500 just trying to learn the skill. Because in stocks, I've already seen some of these, I had already seen some of these setups, like the pump and dump, like a break and retest, and I didn't know anything about a break and retest, but I saw it with my eyes. And then, in the midst of this, I had laid down to make sure that, God, this is what you're really putting on my heart. And I asked God, send me something that I know that somebody's going to educate me on the chart. Somebody's going to show me how this works. I don't understand it. And then he sent me foreign exchange. So me being, blinded with what, God said this and that, I believed so hardly, but I didn't see what was being put in me. So the thing with IAM Academy, they can introduce you to foreign exchange, but they're going to prep you and mold you and prepare you to be a multi-leveling marketer, the best of top. Okay, and these same people don't change. You got, my man Bass out there. You got my man David Inomitier. Same people. You got Stephen Lindor. Same people. These people are not changing. These are the same people on these platforms. They're just getting bigger. Again, so many things happen during this trading journey. I have so many stories, and I'm going to tell you each of them in depth, but you have to stay tuned. So make sure you press that follow button. Make sure you press that bell, and don't miss anything that I got for you, because I'm telling you my experiences, and that's all I can go off of. My experiences, not no one else's. And if you had these same experiences, I would like to know, were you able to get past it? You're going to lose in trading. That's an inevitable. And you are not going to be a profitable, consistent trader until you lose, because you have a lot of shedding to do. So that's just that. So people have a lot of problems when joining IAM Academy or Our Markets Live, and the issues are because of high cost, over emphasizes on recruitment, and the last one, which is questionable trading results. Okay, so guys, we're at the end of this, right? And I wanted to just say one more thing to basically push what I'm saying even more. All right, and it's like a bonus. I'm going to give it as a nugget. Even with Our Markets Live, IAM Academy, the work is yours. So the lack of personalized guidance, that's key to me, especially as a person who's in the that's in the market. I do no longer associate myself with IAM's market or IAM Academy. I've been on this journey. We created our own academy, which is Trenches State Academy. We'll talk over 5,000 to 10,000 people on the academy. It has grown a lot, and that's just the kind of academy that we built. We have traveled the world. When the academy was small, when it was Abundance 333, and this was only teach people. I literally would charge people $25 to $50 just to teach it to you. Like I didn't care if I got anything back. So I've seen it grow to now being Trenches State Academy to now being on FOREX is Stupid. And I just wanted to make this solely about the experiences, so maybe I can help you. Okay? And the lack of guidance is the real big nugget. IAM Academy has so many educators and so many people in there. Nobody can literally focus on your needs, what needs to be done, who you are as a person, any of this. So while IAM Academy offers a variety, like I said, of educators and materials and resources, the one size fit all thing, it don't work. Everything is not meant for one person. My hat right here, it has multiple levels. I can go up, I can go down to adjust. You probably got somebody got a big head and they can't wear the hat. So if it's one size fit all, then they're excluded. And in Forex, no one is excluded. You just have to master your mind to master the market, and that's all aspects of your life. So if you have no guidance and no one to focus on how to guide you, then of course you're gonna have a platform where people being lost. And that's where I was. I was so freaking lost because nobody had time to explain anything to me. Even though you put me in front of all these videos, nobody had time to explain it to me. Nobody had time to do a one-on-one. No one did a mentorship with me at all. And as the academy continued to grow, and I said like 10,000, but we definitely touch and reach way more people. But the reason why we did this was because it's not about getting people hopes up. It's not about get rich quick. It's literally, this is a skill that was given during when Obama was in office. And you want to know why Republican people was all so mad at him? Because he let this skill, which is on Wall Street, come out and be open to the public. And you cannot be taxed by foreign exchange money. You can use it on your taxes, though. It can benefit you in so many ways. You can do it under your LLC. You can do it under your kids. You can do it in so many ways and have so many accounts just for trading to build towards your financial wealth. You gotta have somebody to focus on you, because it's like this. I have 1,000 charts. There's 1,000,000 charts and 1,000,000 markets that you can literally trade in. How you know what works for you? You're gonna trade stocks. You're gonna trade forex. You're gonna trade commodities. You're gonna trade commodities, or you're gonna trade what is the word? You're going to trade forex, you're going to trade commodities, you're going to trade indices. What are you going to do? You're going to trade stocks? Like, what are you going to do? You're going to do hedge funds? Like, what are you going to trade? You're going to trade real estate? So many ways you can trade, but you got to know which one. And then once you get inside of all that trading, you got to know what to trade. There's 1,000,001 stocks in the world, and there's over 1,000,000 penny stocks. What are you going to do? What are you going to trade? How are you going to trade? How are you going to approach it? You have no guidance. And like a kid in the world, if you have no guidance, we're lost. And half of us are still trying to figure out things in life. And you could be 20, you could be 30, you could be 40. Yes, people are becoming financially free early age with this skill. So it's real. But there are so many people that are scamming as well. It's harder to scam in stocks because it's regulated. Foreign exchange is not regulated. So it's easy to scam. All I got to do is tell you something I know you don't know, make it sound believable, and you're going to do it. So anyway, we'll get more into those tips and ways people scam you in foreign exchange. But I will say, from my experience, I faced a lot of these things. I faced troubles of having to have to pay a high cost and fee just to want to be on the team. I also have faced the overemphasis on recruitment and had got like my anxiety went up 10 times fold because I feel like I had to get it. I had to get it. And I went pretty far. I was a P1000. You know, I got my wife part of it. She came in, got P600. Like I was really with it. I was like putting people up. But also, the higher you get, the more it becomes like a 9 to 5 because there's things you can't say. Don't say this. Don't say that. Don't tell them the real. Don't tell them how it work. They don't want you to know because the main thing is to market you. Market. When I say market, to advertise. That's the real main thing. A marketer is to advertise. Okay, and we're trying to become profitable, consistent traders, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's not a get rich quick. I don't care what bot you have. I don't care what person that tells you this. You don't know how to do it yourself. So if you don't know how to do it yourself, you will never be consistent. All right, so I kind of went over like 7 minutes with this thing, but I really wanted you guys to get a good picture of IAM Academy. It is not an academy that you can go. There are so many courses out here that you can take that have educators and mentors that will, mentor you. Now, I will say, some of these courses don't have where you can sit down and do a one-on-one. That's one thing. I have invested thousands of dollars, over $10,000 of courses, like money into a course, and I'm still investing into courses to always sharpen myself, to always keep myself a student, to weave out the distractions and the noise and the lies and give people the facts. Because it's easy to scam when you are skillfully confused about how the money is being made. That's a scam. So the question is IAM Markets a scam? Is IAM Academy a scam? No. IAM Academy is a multi-leveling marketing company that has different tools and resources that you can use, such as e-commerce, trading, and more for you to find a career in your life as an entrepreneur and push you off. But you have to do the research. You have to do the back end. You have to study. You have to go get an educator. You have to invest into other courses. You have to, because those courses are not going to give it. Those are minute to the bigger picture. Minute. I'm talking about baby. Like, you don't even get an aha moment. They give you a little taste. It's like a person that never had candy and they get candy for the first time and they indulge. Yeah, it's like that. So if you really want to learn more, make sure you guys go check out us on Facebook. We're here on Facebook. We have FOREX is Stupid. Always come on here and check us out on all major platforms. FOREX is Stupid is also on YouTube. We'll be having lessons. We'll have, and this is free gems I'm going to be giving out lessons. I'm going to be giving out tips, pointers, and podcasts on there. So make sure you guys check that out. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you grow. And the only way I can do is to open up myself more and show you and tell you about my journey. The biggest win that I ever had in the foreign exchange market was $106,000 altogether. I did stupid shit with it. We're not going to talk about it. There was things I didn't do properly with it. And with that, I fully believe I've seen people pull $7,000 out of the market, 15 to 10 and more. Personally seen this myself and have helped families become financially free. And I want to do the same for you. The only way we can do it is we be brutally honest. All right? Brutally honest. So follow us on Facebook. That's Master the Mind to Master the Market. Follow us on Facebook. And like I said, follow us on all major streaming platforms for FOREX is Stupid. And I really don't have nothing else for you. We're going to talk about more about IAM Academy, my experience inside IAM Academy, the dumb experiences that I faced, the real, the ugly, the tips, all that. And we're going to dive more into psychology, common terms, and other things that have to do with foreign exchange, just so you can see my experiences. This is what it is. And I am here on this journey with you. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you know the real. Because I know the real. All right. So look, man, I got to go. I got things to do. I love y'all. And look, at some point in time in your trading, you're going to be trying to figure out all this, be overwhelmed, and you'll be trying to go to a multi-level marketing company because you think it's an educator that's going to be able to teach you. You're investing over here. You're investing over there. You ain't got no money for you because you use your rent money. You ain't got no FOMO money. So now you got to borrow from your auntie or do something strange for a piece of change. And in those moments, When everything seems like it's against the wall and you have nothing left, you're going to look at that paper, you're going to look at that chart and be like,
Forex is stupid.
and I agree. See you next time.